Part 3 of this 4-part series on the Franschhoek Pass covers the southern descent from the 9th to the 12th kilometer. The turnoff coming up to the left leads to a hiker's hut and is utilized by the Boy Scouts Association of South Africa. This chicane section is one of the few places where overtaking is possible, but vehicles traveling in the opposite direction need to be very careful as the corner behind the camera is deceptively sharp. The mountains to the right play host to the first official hiking trail of the National Hiking Way system. About 7,000 hectares of private and state property adjoining the reserve is co-managed as the Theewaterskloof Conservancy by Cape Nature and local landowners. As far back as 1935, the Department of Forestry purchased much of the land in the Jonkershoek Valley from the municipality of Stellenbosch. Shortly afterwards, the Jonkershoek Forestry Research Station, now part of the CSIR, was established, and this became the initial step in a long history of research into mountain ecosystems with emphasis on the hydrological cycle and plant ecology. Coming up on the left is an excellent view site, the remnants of the original road. There is space here for up to 6 vehicles. The forestry industry received added momentum as a result of the shortage of timber during the First World War and the need to create employment during the Depression years. Nieuweberg, previously a railway-owned plantation, was taken over by the Department of Forestry, and new plantations were established on the lower slopes of the mountains at La Motte near Franschhoek as well as at Jonkershoek. There was an immediate reaction from various knowledgeable amateur naturalists and others who were concerned about the destruction of the natural fynbos to make way for forestry operations. As a result, several nature reserves were established in the afforestation zone where the Cape flora of these parts could be protected. When exiting this view site, be aware of faster traffic descending the pass. The principles of reserve establishment and management were poorly understood at this time, and many of the reserves were too small for long-term viability. Finally, all these areas were consolidated and the reserve was proclaimed in 1979. The Hottentotsholm Nature Reserve was the first and only nature reserve to be declared under the Forestry Act of South Africa. Today, nature reserves enjoy the second highest conservation status in the country, the highest going to wilderness areas. Jan Jouberts Gat Bridge, completed in 1825, was built by the Royal Engineers, assisted by soldiers of the Royal African Corps. It formed part of the first hard road over the Franschhoek Mountains and was one of the earliest bridges to be built in South Africa. Its 5-meter span crosses a kloof named Jan Jouberts Gat, named after a frontiersman who died there after an accident in which the axle of his wagon broke. The bridge was incorporated into later constructions and is still in use today. It was declared a national monument in 1979. Be sure to watch part 4 and the final video in this series on the Franschhoek Pass.